Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This time around, I watched Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, and you guys, I've never gotten the opportunity to tell you guys that even though he does not know I exist, Guillermo del Toro and I are best friends, okay? And I will say I'm so excited about all the projects he's working on, but with every new project, I am always reminded that we never got to see Guillermo del Toro's Beauty and the Beast. And that really bugs me. After the loss of his son, Geppetto's wish magically brings a wooden boy to life. This gives him a chance to care for the child and heal. As someone who has never seen the 1940 Disney film Pinocchio, but kind of knew a general idea of the story and what happened, I was really expecting Pinocchio to be a story, like a whimsical story, dark at times, but a whimsical story about Pinocchio getting lost on his journey to become a real boy. The shenanigans that ensue that in the end teach him the meaning of being a real boy. I will say that I got that, but not in the happy spirit lifting way that I was expecting. But you guys, I am not mad about it. Surprised, but not mad. And being quite honest with you guys, how can you be mad when the movie looks the way it looks? Stop motion is a style that we need to see more of, and this movie is visually stunning, gorgeous, jaw-dropping, breathtaking, all of the above. And to be quite honest, it was a little bit distracting because it just looks so good. The color palette and the textures are phenomenal. The character designs are unique and eye-catching, and the level of detail, you guys, not just in the characters, but the settings as well, phenomenal. Absolutely love it. The voice acting is great across the board, and everyone really did so much to bring their character to life, but we're just going to talk about the real standouts for me. Ewan McGregor as Sebastian J. Cricket. There was a grace and strength to the character that he brought to life and to the story. I have to say that I was offended at how long we had to wait to hear Ewan sing, but that's neither here nor there. David Bradley as Geppetto was outstanding. He gave so much to the character. There was so much heart and hurt that you can hear through his performance. Christoph Waltz as Count Volpe was slimy but engaging. His performance was smooth, and he definitely hooks you in with the way he speaks. I wasn't gonna finish out this section without talking about Cate Blanchett, but you guys, do not get me started on Cate Blanchett. Phenomenal. All right, you guys, I watched it so you don't have to, but was it worth the watch? Yes and no. Clearly, I think highly of this movie and its director. I love that the movie is dark and real. Very real. I love the character designs and how stylistically different it is from any other imagining of Pinocchio's story. This movie is incredible, but I can see how it's not for everyone. I do try my best not to spend a lot of time comparing in my videos, but I will say that I did watch about half of the original 1940 Disney film Pinocchio, and I also did watch the Disney 2022 Pinocchio film before writing my review, before filming this video for you guys. And I will say, if you are looking for something along those lines, you are definitely going to have to stick to those movies. Also, it's important to note that this movie is based on the novel by Carlo Collodi and not the Disney classic film. As someone who has never read the novel Pinocchio, I did find myself pausing this movie a few times, and I was telling my honey, the themes are heavy. Like, y'all, I was feeling my feelings. That said, you guys, if loss and grief are things that you can relate to, just brace yourself, because these themes are present from start to finish. Again, it was totally unexpected. Like I said in the Wakanda Forever video, that the themes of grief and loss are very heavy throughout, but the themes of acceptance and healing are much more commanding of your attention if you'll allow it. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is 1 hour and 54 minutes, and it feels like 1 hour and 54 minutes. I strive to be honest with you guys, so I'm not going to say that the runtime feels long, but not in a bad way. It feels like 1 hour and 54 minutes in a way that feels like a very long time. While the movie is everything and everything I said it is, I struggled to get through several scenes and scenes with certain characters because I just didn't like them. I didn't like or wasn't interested in the setting or what was happening on screen. If you're like me and are a fan of Guillermo del Toro, then you need to watch this movie. I would also check out the featurette on Netflix as well if you appreciate the art process that goes into a movie like this. If you're interested in anything I've talked about so far, then this one is worth checking out. But if you're looking for a retelling of Disney's take on this classic story, then I would watch Disney's Pinocchio that released in September on Disney Plus instead. And that brings us to the end of the video where I watched it so you don't have to. If you are listening on the podcast, thank you very much. If you are watching here on YouTube, leave the video a thumbs up if you liked the video so I know you liked the video. Comment down below, what did you think of Pinocchio? Every time I film a video, I fall into this mentality that you are clicking on the video because you're interested in the movie, but I have to keep telling myself that that is not the case. So if you're on the fence, let me know your thoughts down below. And the reason why I tell you guys I am on either side when recommending this movie to somebody is because I had a conversation with somebody that absolutely hated this movie. They did not make it to the end of the film. Like, they just stopped watching it. And I think it's mostly because they had that Disney idea in their head. Because the movie was so far from the Disney version, I don't think they liked it at all. And so that said, I think having not seen the original Disney version benefit me greatly. And Pinocchio was never my thing. I do know all of the characters in Pinocchio. I know the general story. So to see something completely different, it really didn't throw me off. The only thing that threw me off, really, you guys, was just how heavy it was. That was completely unexpected. And then after seeing the movie, doing the research, knowing that it's based off the novel and is not like inspired by the Disney film, really just puts it all into like clarity and perspective. Again, the visuals, absolutely mind-blowing. Amazing, gorgeous. The character designs, oh my gosh, you guys, the movie just looks so good. Let me know your thoughts down below. While you're down there, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next movie that I'm going to be watching for you. But until the next video, spread positivity, be safe, take care of yourself, and what happens, happens. Bye.